Welcome. I'm Trisha Barretto. I am a psychic medium, and today I am doing a collective reading for those of you that are twin flames and you have a twin flame that has died that is in spirit. And today I am going to bring messages forward from them. They are here right now as we speak. And what else can I say before I get started? If you're not familiar with me, I am a twin flame and my twin has passed, but we're in union. I have a website. It's called justopenheartsnow.org. It's fairly new, and through the website, I teach mediumship every week. I offer a free mediumship class / circle for those interested. And it's not just mediumship, that's the bulk of it, but it is all associated with spirit communication. So telepathic communication, twin flame death communication, all that kind of stuff comes up in the circle. So if that's something you're interested in, you can, come and learn how spirit communication works, so that way you can better communicate with your twin in spirit or your loved ones in spirit. I tell people at this point, this is the most valuable thing I offer as a psychic medium. And the fact that it's free makes it accessible to anyone. We do it on Zoom. So you just need to be able to access Zoom. And it's every Wednesday right now. I may be adding additional days and times later on. But the link is in the bio here on YouTube. Again, it's justopenheartsnow.org. And Just Open Hearts Now is an acronym for John, or John is an acronym for Just Open Hearts Now. And John is my twin flame in spirit who is actually here right now helping me do this collective reading. Now, this is not for everyone. The best thing I can tell you is take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is timeless, so it doesn't matter when you find this reading. It could be 5 years from the time that I release it. It's still valid. Heck, it could be 10 years. It's still valid. Okay, so how I'm going to do this reading is first I'm going to identify physically your twins that are in spirit coming through to give messages. Then I'm going to give messages, and then I'm going to do some charms with like initials and numbers and things like that. And there may be other things that come in outside of divination tools, because it's really rare that I use divination tools. I'm only doing so right now because it's a collective reading, and this is like the easiest way to do it since it's not one-on-one. And I hope that you find it helpful. This is really meant to give you messages to help you heal some of that grief, to help you understand the path forward with your twin flame in spirit. This is meant to help you reconnect with your soul and remembering who you are and why you came here in this time, in this life. It's meant to help you just reconnect with your twin and the mission that you have, and just have a greater understanding. I'm going to be doing more around twin flame death. I'm currently writing a book called Twin Flame Death with my twin John, that's supposed to be released before this June. So yeah, if you're into like twin flame death and spirit communication, definitely subscribe to this channel, because there will be more videos and more information and more resources shared here. Okay, let's get into it. I am ready. And I just have to say, there is masculine energy. I knew it. I just knew it before I even started, that I feel more masculine energy than feminine energy coming through from the twins that are in spirit. Spirit, show me who is here. Identify them. Okay. Sure. Freckles. So this person has fair skin and freckles. Fair skin and freckles, but I feel like he might have darker hair, like brown or black hair, maybe like a auburn hair I'm hearing, and some freckles. Okay. And this would be for twins all over the world. This is not just like the United States. This is for all over the world. This twin wears glasses. This feels like an older person. It doesn't, also I want to say like this person may not have wore glasses all the time. Whoa. Okay, that's too many cards, Spirit. Who is here? John, who is here? I keep getting lots of cards at one time. Who is here? Okay, we have somebody blonde. Like dirty blonde hair, I'm hearing. Of course, a man. There is more than one man here. Like I said, I feel more masculine energy here today. There is a man with a beard as well. I hope you can see all these cards. Okay. Who else is here in spirit? Who else? Show me the twins. If you have a twin that is going to watch this video, come through and give some identifying information so they know it's you, so they can recognize you and they can have that kind of validation and understanding that you're here in this message. Green eyes, beautiful, brilliant green eyes. I just keep hearing brilliant, like almost like piercing. Oh. Long hair. This person had long hair. I keep seeing like a guy tucking his hair behind his ears or like pulling it back. Somebody may have had some kind of skin condition like eczema, psoriasis, something. It could have been part of like a bigger health condition, or there could have been several, like more than one, like multiple health conditions. In the photo, this looks like vitiligo. Is that how you pronounce it? But it may have been, it could have been that, but it could have been a different skin condition. I just keep wanting to say like eczema too. Okay. Who else is here in spirit? Okay. Black or African American. So again, like I said, this is not just the United States. This could be for anybody anywhere in the world, and same height as you. So you would recognize them because you were similar heights. Maybe like 1 or 2 inches off, but like really similar in height. I almost want to say like if you wore heels, or maybe you didn't wear heels because of that, or something about like wearing shoes that would make you taller, like being mindful about that, or there's something with that. Any other identifying information, Spirit, you can give me right now? I know there's somebody from Ireland here. Okay. I'm kind of in a twin flame, couple communities for twin flame, like death. And so I already have an understanding that some of the people that are coming through are going to be attached to those people in those communities. So I know there's somebody Irish here from Ireland. I know there's somebody with the name that starts with J. I do feel somebody African American. There may be a mix in that too. They may have been mixed with something else, or like there's something about like they're cultured in some kind of way where they may have lived in different parts of the world. I don't know if they were military and they traveled, but this just feels like different cultures. There's somebody older here. I feel like the person that wore glasses may have been getting older or older. The blonde, dirty blonde hair, that's kind of like a rugged guy. I feel like a rugged guy associated with that. Also the beard man is a rugged man. I'm hearing he's a man's man. What else? Okay, let's get into the messages. And Spirit, you can bring anything through while I'm doing this. The divination tools, that's why I always tell people that are trying to learn spirit communication. Divination tools are nice, and occasionally they can be like really helpful, but like if you're learning spirit communication, you just don't want to depend on them. Let's see what kind of messages we have here. All right. Ooh. Okay, the earth is our school. So this message really makes me feel like you have forgotten. You have forgotten what this place is, which, I mean, all of us as souls, when we come here, we forget what this place is, and this place kind of tricks us into believing something different than what it really is. But this is where we come to learn. This is where we come to grow. This is where we come to evolve. It doesn't mean that we can't have fun here and make great memories and have great experiences and so much joy and happiness, but you always have to keep in mind that this is a place to learn and grow. That is why we come here. So that has to be pivotal in your experience. That has to be the bulk of your experience. And you having that awareness and really being able to take it in, especially when things are hard. That's what I'm hearing. Especially when things are hard, you need to remember that you're here to learn, and your twin really wants you to understand and remember that, and they're helping you to learn. So there's going to be moments where things come through with so much clarity and so much brilliance. I'm hearing. I wonder if the brilliance is tied to the green-eyed person, because I kept hearing brilliant with the green eyes. But you have to remember you are here to learn, and your soul signed up for it, and so did your twin. And so even though their body has died, they are very much alive and still around you and trying to help you learn. And I also hear they're learning with you too. Both of you need these experiences together. So if you ever have the thought, well, they're dead now, I just feel so alone, that's part of the grief. I understand that. But they want you to know, like, they're still having these experiences. And it's like, I hear, keep going, keep challenging. I hear, keep challenging yourself to learn new things. Don't stop learning. Okay. What other messages, Spirit, do you have for your twins that are still living, that are still in bodies, that are still on this earth, still trying to figure it out, still trying to remember? Ooh. It is not your fault. Okay. So I'm hearing this is tied to somebody carrying a lot of guilt. This could be around how your twin passed. Maybe you didn't know they were sick, or they were struggling with something. There's two things that come up. The first is illness, and then the second feels like it could be an addiction with something. And you blaming yourself, thinking, oh, well, I should have helped. I should have known. I should have done better. Maybe they wouldn't have died, or maybe they would have not got sick if I would have helped more. And your twin's trying to release you from that kind of, I don't know, I keep wanting to say karma, but like the responsibility. It's just not your fault. There's nothing, like, no matter what, things would have still happened the way that they were meant to happen. And so there was nothing that you could have done, and just forgiving yourself and letting yourself off the hook, so to speak, is really important part of your healing. And, I don't feel like, grief is different for everybody. Our experience with grief is so different, but the stages of grief, sometimes you may go through the stages of grief and you think that you've healed, but then all of a sudden there's something that triggers you or triggers that grief in you, and you're back at square one. So I work with a lot of, people with grief, as a medium, and I just see it in all its forms and all its stages. And I would just say, my advice as a medium is just keep working through that grief. No matter how many times it comes up, just keep working through it. And remember, your twin is there to help you through it. So talk to them, communicate with them, whether you do it out loud, whether you do it in your head, whether you write it down on a piece of paper, like you're writing them a letter, or you're journaling. Just communicate with them. It's so helpful. Okay. I feel healthy and happy. So no matter how your twin passed, they could have been very sick. It could have been very sudden. This really feels, though, like it's tied to somebody who may have been sick longer. They want you to know that not only are they feeling healthy and happy, but they're genuinely, like, the biggest, bestest, greatest version of themselves. That's who we are when we go back home. We don't have any limitations. The limitations that these bodies and that the world creates for us, we don't have that when we go back home as souls. And so they're just wanting you to understand, like, don't feel bad. Don't, like, if maybe you wonder how they're doing, you know, what it's like for them, just know that they are just completely full, and happy and healthy and well. And they want the same for you as much as you can have here in this experience that you're having in this world. Okay, what other messages do we have? Spirit, what other messages? Yeah, again with the guilt. It says, my death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt. I just have to say, you know, I've said it and I'll say it again. As a medium, I see people in all the different stages of grief. I'm no exception. I've had my own experiences with, you know, loved ones passing and my twin passing. And so I understand the grief and the guilt even, that you can carry for many years, for decades, and it doesn't serve you. In fact, I think that guilt and grief is like a block. And so the more that you can work through that and really hear what your twin is saying and showing you, not just in this reading, but in your everyday life, they're constantly communicating with you. And I see a lot of people get hung up on the signs, like the signs and the synchronicities. Yes, they're important. They are a language in themselves. But I think that it's important to go beyond just the signs and the synchronicities and try to understand how your twin is telepathically communicating with you. And that's, again, the circle that I offer every week that's free. We do touch on telepathic communication, twin flame communication. So you are more than welcome to come. It's for you guys. It's for everybody that wants to learn spirit communication. There is no divide. You know, our loved ones in spirit are with us, quite literally, living alongside of us, experiencing things with us, trying to help us, trying to guide us. When your twin dies, from my understanding, they become a guide for you. I don't know if they're like an official guide, but I'm hearing, yeah, and it's not easy. I am so much better now. I am so much better. We're getting like the same repeat messages. I am so much better. Same thing. I feel healthy and happy. So this, again, it reminds me of somebody who was just struggling with addiction, somebody who was struggling with illness. I'm hearing mental health illness as well. Maybe there was depression, anxiety. I'm hearing a lot of anxiety. I'm seeing somebody shaking. I'm seeing hands with like age spots even. So much better. And this message is tied to a dog. So I see like a dog, maybe there's more than one dog or pets. I just really feel pulled in with the dog and the pets running around this person. Okay, what else do we have? I hear the name Caitlin. So place that where it may be. Caitlin, Kate, that could be your name. That could be your loved one's name or somebody in your circle. Maybe a child. It was my time to go. So this feels like very abruptly, like maybe the person was younger. Like you wouldn't think that somebody that young should die. Like, it's almost like it feels very sudden to me though. Something about this is very sudden, like it was unexpected. And it's like they're saying, but this was planned. This was preordained. This was part of our plan. We signed up for this. I knew my soul knew what I was signing up for. And they want you to understand that it was their time. Okay. This image reminds me of, this person carries you through hard times. They carry you through hard times. Whether you're aware of it or not, it feels like they carry you through hard times, or maybe even association with the beach. Maybe you guys went to the beach together or live by a beach. Okay, any other messages, Spirit? I watch over you every day. What kind of flowers are those? Are those sunflowers? What are those? I watch over you every day. I'm seeing a woman getting ready in front of a bathroom mirror. and he's behind you, your twin behind you in spirit, watching you in the mirror. I feel like I'm watching like somebody like do makeup or put something on your face, and he's like watching you in the mirror, standing behind you. And I don't mean to creep you out, but hopefully all of you that hear this like understand that our loved ones in spirit are literally with us, like in this physical world. They show up, they do stuff with us, they touch us, they hug us, they kiss us, they love on us, they help us in our homes, in our work, in our lives. I tell John all the time, like, you're more alive than most people are. It's kind of crazy the way that we look at death. Like, quite, like, I wish I could paint a picture right now, but I really do feel like people in spirit are more alive than people that are living. That is so crazy, but it feels so true to me as a medium. I see this, and with John, I see this, and it's like they are so free, and they have so many superpowers and so many abilities and no limitations and freedom in every way that you can imagine. And they feel, they feel complete and whole, and not saying that they don't have things that they have to work on, but it's just a whole different experience. And they really are vibrant to me and very vivid and very much alive. Okay. This feels like, it says, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Like somebody might have had a double life or a hidden life, and then after they died and you found out, it was like shocking, or there was something like you didn't know about them or their life, and they're just apologizing. I'm just hearing things were really hard. And so if you can extend that kind of forgiveness and that kind of grace for your twin, it will make your connection even stronger. Like sending your twin love, sending them forgiveness when it's appropriate to do so, like in those situations where it's needed. Like they still need that. Our connections are so strong with our twins that just like, and the way that you feel towards them, the love that you send them, the forgiveness, the grace that you send them, it's also important that you give it to yourself as well, and you receive it from them, because they're always sending you love and grace and all the things that you need from them. So it goes back and forth, it's like a circle. It goes back and forth. It doesn't end. You are never alone. And it's true, you're never alone. I love this card. This is a lighthouse, and I tell John sometimes he's like a lighthouse, because those in spirit, especially our twins that, are really connected to us and really showing up in our lives and making their presence known, they really are like lighthouses, and they're watching everything and like lighting everything up and illuminating everything for us to see better and understand better and remember who we are as souls and remember our purpose for being here. Okay, let's see, what else do we have here? One more card, Spirit. One card, I'm taking one. Tears cleanse the soul. Yeah, let yourself cry. Let yourself cry. I know lately I've been crying a lot, and they say like I heard recently, one of the signs that you're really having telepathic communication with your twin is when you're crying. That it's like you're really connecting. So if you're trying to communicate with your twin and you don't know if you're really connecting, you don't know if they're really saying the thing that you think that they're saying, just know, like, when those tears are coming through like a lot over and over again during the communication you're having with them, that is a big sign of telepathic communication. Okay, I'm gonna do some charms with initials and numbers to give you more validation on who has come through to leave these messages. And this is just like a little mini collective reading. I don't know if you guys like this. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this reading, if you like it, and if you want me to do more, I can do more. And I have let me see, should I take a little bit more charms? I always hear pull from the back. Pull from the back. I don't want to take too many. Pull from the back. Okay. Let's see if you guys can see this. I hope you guys can see this. Okay, let me separate these. Oh, we'll just go like this. Okay, so maybe somebody like Coca-Cola, because there's a can of Coca-Cola. I hope you can see that. There's a bottle of milk. It looks like a muffin, like a blueberry muffin or a chocolate chip muffin. It looks like a slice of cake here. I don't know if that's strawberries on it. It's all just food. A donut. This could be stuff that your twin in spirit liked, or stuff you like, or just somehow maybe a memory associated with this stuff. Chocolate, like somebody bit some chocolate. Can't quite pick this up. These are are these pita chips? Yeah, it's called Stacy's pita chips. So somebody's name may be Stacy, or somebody likes those kind of chips. Grandma's mini sandwich creams. It may not even be the cookie. It may be a reference to somebody's grandmother. Jolly Ranchers hard candy. That's a lot of snacks and stuff. Okay, this is a unicorn. Every time I see this unicorn, it reminds me of like magical stuff, children. Maybe you have children with your twin. Okay. There's handcuffs here. So that reminds me of two things. Either somebody in law enforcement or somebody that went to jail. Yeah. Then we have zodiac signs here. Let me pull out all the zodiac signs. This is a lot of charms. Okay. So we have, what is this? We have Sagittarius here. We have Aries, Pisces, Cancer. Those are all the zodiac signs. Okay, we have is this a volleyball? That looks like a volleyball. Baseball. Your twin may have played these sports, or you did. There's a seahorse. That reminds me of the ocean card. Okay, there's a race car here. So I also want to say like model cars. Model race cars, or like ones that you build. This is a rabbit, like announcing something. I know Easter's around the corner, so this may be like something to do with Easter coming up. Maybe there's a celebration or something you have planned. I keep hearing church. I felt like I was hearing church this morning too. I don't know if this is connected to that. Okay. What is this? This is an angel with us holding out a star. So you may refer to your twin as your angel. There is a dragonfly here. That feels very associated with like a memory, or like an actual dragonflies you might be seeing. People in spirit are really good about sending like birds and butterflies and dragonflies, the signs. This is a rose, like an encapsulated rose. The moon. There's a 4-leaf clover here. Excuse me. Remember I said that there's somebody from Ireland here, or somebody that's Irish. I would say that 4-leaf clover is associated with them. And I'm hearing good luck, good luck, good luck. You're going to have good luck. Don't worry. You're going to have good luck. Another moon. This is the second moon. So maybe you look up at the moon a lot, or there's some association with moons here. Let me get into the numbers. It looks like there's only one number, and that is the number 7. And then the initials, or the letters: F, M, I, E, N, H, M, again, L, P, Y, Y, O, O, E, L. Okay, I hope you can see all of this. Is that it? Yeah, that is it. I hear the name Jake, Cindy, Mary, Hugh, lightness, levity. What is the lightness and the levity? That's how they feel. They feel really light. I'm seeing some, like, you holding out your hands and they're holding your hands. Um, some of you may physically feel your twin, and I would encourage you, like, to keep going on that journey, because there's so much more to it than I can even share in this one video. Like I said, if you're into twin flame death, spirit communication, do subscribe to this YouTube channel. Check out the website. It's fairly new. Sign up, register for the Zoom mediumship circle if you want to learn spirit communication in all its forms. What else? What else? Is there anything else, John? I'm seeing a butterfly. I'm seeing lots of butterflies. Like what is it called? Those places where they just have like all those butterflies, like a butterfly garden or a butterfly sanctuary. There's so many different color butterflies and different sizes of butterflies. I don't know. I keep seeing like a butterfly land on somebody's nose. It just feels like a really beautiful place full of butterflies. So yeah, do let me know in the comments if you'd like for me to do more collective twin flame in spirit readings like this, and what other kind of twin flame death things do you want to know that I'm able to share from my own experience. And I am more than happy to share it. Like I said, I'm writing a book. It's going to be out in hopefully a month or so with my twin, and that's all about twin flame death based on our experience, and just kind of highlighting it for all of you to kind of understand how, like, the different stages of it, the different stages of spiritual awakening, what it can look like. And this would be getting to union with a twin flame that has died, because that is very possible. That's what I'm living and experiencing now. So, and I never even, if you look at my other videos, I never even believed in twin flames until I became aware of this experience. So it's just pretty profound. And I would say trust your twin and communicate with them. Talk to them. That's the simplest thing you can do, is talk to them. Ask them for help. Ask them to show you the way. Trust what they're putting in front of you in your everyday life. There's music, there's messages from others, there's random people put in your path, there's things you might see on TV or on the internet, there's feelings and thoughts and words and images you may be getting. The thing is, where people really like struggle with spirit communication is they don't trust what they're getting, and you have to trust yourself. You have to. It's a whole lesson. All of this, the whole twin flame death experience is really a lesson in trusting yourself. I mean, it's so much more than that, but it really is that as well. All right. I think that's all I have. I hope that this has helped you in some kind of way. Take care.